Well, hi everyone. It's Julia Sandvoss with Therm, and I'm really happy to be here at the Brutus Monroe event. We did this earlier this year, and here we are doing a card that for me hits at home. Some may know me because I have quite a reputation with my friends as the Queen of Halloween. Each year we always turn our home into a haunted house, for real. It takes me over a month. So imagine my delight when I found out I was going to work on a little mini class to share with everyone using Brutus Monroe's new products. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Are these not the cutest? These spooky kids? Anyways, I'm delighted to be here today and going to give you just a little mini class with some extra little tips at the end. So we're going to get started, and I don't have a formal kit in front of me like you may have. So I'm just going to be pulling things together, and you should have some of these same components there. And one thing I have always said when I teach classes is, you know, if something doesn't go quite right, or if you like something better, you should do it exactly how you want. And make it your own. There's no wrong way to do it. So just keep that in mind as we do this little fun mini class today. So I think some of you heard, which I did, Michael mentioned that some of the pieces in this class are brand new. Like so brand new, I don't even know the names of these. So you guys will have to bear with me because we're really excited that Brutus Monroe and Therm have once again teamed up to bring you some new toner sheets that are just incredible and some new foils. And the light here today is stunning. This is my office / craft room. Oh, that's copper ripples, and it has this amazing design in it. And this is silver ripples. And they're also iridescent, almost like a little holographic too. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna make this little cutie patootie today. You may have different characters. That's all good because they're all part of that adorable spooky kid set. Doesn't matter which one you got because they all work the same. But I moved through a few steps because I feel at this point, none of you need to see me stamp, and I'm pretty certain none of you probably need to see me color, because if you were with me in February, you know, I'm gonna be the first to raise my hand and say, I'm not an expert colorist. I just color to make me happy. And isn't that what crafting's about anyways? And I like to color and move along so that I can make more things. So I've already stamped those adorable spooky kids and colored them with my favorites, Copics, but it doesn't matter what you have. Copics, watercolors, colored pencils, crayons, doesn't matter. So you'll wanna, obviously you don't have the dies, which I should say, I'm gonna pause. I love Brutus Monroe dies. You know why? Because they're already cut out, meaning I don't have to go and get those snips and cut them all apart and then stab myself, because I know you have, because I have. They're just lovely. And they're already beautifully trimmed for you. So anyways, I realize the chances are you may not have the dies, maybe you do, but you'll wanna stamp, pardon me, your image is stamped. You'll wanna cut out your image and color your image. I know you can do that part. And you may have some of these guys, you may have one of the other ones. It doesn't matter which one you have, because they're all gonna make this adorable card here today. So one thing about these toner sheets is that, yes, they are toner sheets, which means they're intended that you take one of those gorgeous foils and run that as a sandwich through your laminator to create a gorgeous foil design. But I realize not all of you are gonna have a laminator. It may not be practical, it may not fit in your budget, and that's okay. Because as we see today, you can use them just as they are. You don't have to have more color on that background to create a super cute card. So let's get started assembling this card. So what I've done today, got an A2 cardstock backdrop for my card panel. And then this is the A2 leaf design that I believe is from the new Floral Fantasy set that we're releasing with Brutus Monroe. And the other thing I always teach, I don't measure. I have been scrapbooking and card making for so long now, I just don't measure. So I'm gonna do some little trims here off the side. If you're a measurer, that's great. If you're like me and you just cut, that's great too. No measuring, no. And look at that. So I'm gonna use our tape runner. Of course, you know, I realize you have all different kinds. On my desk are always our Gina K dotted runner, our memory tape runner. Both of those two are refillable. I also have our little mini. This one's really fun for when you go to events because literally you can just chuck it right in and go. So let's go ahead, get some adhesive on that toner panel. And like I said, you could have foiled this. That's great. You could have inked that. That's great too. But for today's card, we're gonna leave it just as it is because guess what? I think it's adorable for Halloween, just like that. So one of our other products we're going to use is our Deco Foil Flock Transfer Sheets. Probably one of my favorite products, of course, with the foils. But I love our flock sheets because you can die cut them, hand cut them, punch them, emboss on them. Yes, I'll show you one. And you can stamp on them too. There's so many cool ways to use them. So you're going to probably have a piece of flock in your kit. All I did was select a die. In fact, I realized today I picked a different die than I picked the other day. You know, it doesn't matter what you use. It doesn't matter how you cut it. It's just going to create a cute backdrop for our cute little spooky friend. So once again, super simple. It's got a paper backing on it. And a little tip, if you're going to cut this, cut it with the paper backing up. If you cut it with the flock up, it does tend to kind of pull and it might even tear it a little, which I know you don't want to do. Oh, I wish you could feel that. Like, I know you have it right there. That's just so cool. That's me. I love all that. Flock's one of my faves. I definitely. So on this cutie card, I happen to be the holder of those beautiful Brutus Monroe new leaf dies. They just showcased those the other day. Oh, and I'm so thankful that they let me use those. One thing I did different than in your kit is here I work at Therm, and I realized I didn't have our easy cut adhesive sheets. Yeah, you can imagine that I was over here shaking my head. We recently moved a few months ago and I've yet to truly get every bit of everything organized. It happens. So for today, I'm actually going to use our foil, our foam transfer sheets. And you have almost the same product. It just doesn't have any dimension. Yours is just wafer thin, but it works in the same concept. So that way you can appreciate that we're essentially doing the same thing. Just I'm working with a foam, you're working with an adhesive sheet. So the good people at Brutus Monroe already die cut you out some leaves in your packets. And it works in the same sense in that it's got a double liner. What you're gonna do is you're gonna release one of those liners off one side of that leaf, and then you're gonna place it down on to the foil, and always on the dull side, or the side without maybe the prettiest color, but it's always the dull side. Let's go ahead and take both of those off, and you can place them side by side, okay? And press that down onto the wrong side. Then we're gonna flip it to the right side. And yes, you can use a manual die cut machine and run it through like a sandwich for pressure, or you can do just like I am and use your finger. I've been doing this for quite some time with Therm and using this product. Same with the adhesive sheets that you have. It works the same. One thing that I love about working with any of those sheets is that they are forgiving in the fact that say you start to peel it away and you miss a spot, it's okay. Go back and rub right over that, because so long as it's still tacky, it's going to pick up the adhesive. So peel that back. There you go. And let's do the same. This is a larger leaf, so let's go back over that one just a little bit. You may have, there's 5 leaves in that set, so you'll probably have a variety as well, just like I do. Peel that back. So like on my sheet, some of that leaf veining didn't come off. So you know what you can do? go to another spot on that foil sheet and just rub that right in. I do say to avoid your nails, use that soft spot of your finger, because your nails can kind of gouge, honestly, the adhesive and the foil. Now, one thing I did find after all the years of working with the foam, if you happen to have the foam, a little tip: the more you handle these and the more you mess with these, the more distressed it looks, which is a really neat finish. I actually made a purse the one year for our trade show, and I used all foil flowers, and people thought they were leather. Imagine their surprise when I told them it was a foam with a foil. Pretty cool. So don't those leaves make an adorable backdrop for that little cute spooky kid? She is so stinking cute. My daughter one year was definitely a witch. We've done about every theme imaginable. Of course, when you do a haunted house, we theme it every single year with a different theme. My favorite was a couple years ago, we did a wedding theme, and it was the best. My daughter actually wore a real wedding dress. Okay, so like I said, I have foam and you have adhesive sheets. You're just going to want to carefully, remember, be careful, peel back that back liner. And then, like I said, careful, because our fingers and that adhesive is so sticky. I'm just going to kind of place them down. And I don't want them really to fall off my card edge, because I don't want something to happen to them. See how sticky this is? It really wants to grab onto my finger. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, push that down. Oh, the color of that copper, it's absolutely amazing. All right, and let's peel this one back. And you should be doing the same when you do with your adhesive sheets. It's the same concept, only like I said, yours is going to be a little thinner because it is a flat adhesive. Now, the other day when I was peeling some of these back, when I was making some other projects to show you, I tore a leaf. It's totally possible to do, as you can see. Look how sticky it is. But I was able to stick it back together, and that's okay. Nothing to fear with crafting, right? Make a new leaf, start over, stick something in place of that. Look, my leaf just stuck on that leaf. All right, well, we might have to leave that be. We're just gonna press that one down. I'll see if I can separate it without hurting it. There we go. Goodness. Our product sticks. You can definitely tell it works. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so let's just set her there for just a moment. So one of the other sheets, our new toner sheets with Brutus Monroe, is this adorable speech bubbles. I don't know if that's the exact name. I think it's part of what's called the Really Radiant set, but you all know what a speech bubble looks like. And they come in a card size and 8.5 by 11 size. So what I did is I'm just gonna cut out a speech bubble. Now, they're toner, so you could foil these. But today we were showing ways of how to use the product if you don't have a laminator, because we don't want you to feel like, well, shoot, that's a toner product and I don't have a laminator, so how can I use that product? Just like we're doing today, just cut that right out. And here's my little tip. I don't always like to see that white edging. So, and since I hand cut that out, I'm just gonna take my marker and clean up that edge, because look at, see how that is? Look at that, and voila, that little bit of that white edging is gone. And there was a couple little dots right here. I don't know if I did that, but touch those little up, right there, right there. Okay, so ThermoWeb, we're known for obviously our adhesives as well. And we now have these mega rolls of our foam tape, and also foam strips, foam squares. We have foam, and more foam, right? I've always been a heavy foam user. I'm admitting, I love foam. Oh, I'm probably gonna bump her over a little and then put that there. Oh, I love that. So cute. Okay, so I was gonna share a tip but I'm gonna pause for 1 second because I wanna check my placement. I know you guys are just like me and we fiddle and futz until we get things just exactly where we want them. Oh, I think that's gonna be good. Okay, so before I set her and give you this tip, we're gonna do one quick thing. We're gonna stamp this sentiment that's part of that adorable kid stamp set. And forgive me for all this because I know this is obviously a lovely noise to listen to, but I'm an old school style stamper. I love to just use a block stamp. And yes, I'm being really risky now. Look, I'm letting that float around. Actually, let's just hold it, hold it in place while I use my block. Okay, we're gonna get that down there. Too cute to spook. Yeah, well, I've said that many years with my kids. Oh, I cut a little off that edge right there. It's really close, but that's okay. It's okay. Like I said, we're gonna leave that. Okay, so in your kit is our Deco Foil Candy Stripe toner sheets in Kraft. Love these. Works the same. You can foil these, leave these plain. Today we left them plain and you just have a strip in there that you can leave as it is. You can foil it, you can ink it. Love that. So what I do is I'm going to take my sentiment strip and use some more memory runner. And this should be, yes, cut to the card. So I know that that is the right length. And, oh, Julia, put that on the right. This is called real crafting. You guys are getting it. Like I said, I eye everything, as you can tell. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is put a little more adhesive on the back. And then I'm going to place that onto this card. It's going to go a little lower down here. Oh, so cute. Don't worry about those edges. We'll clean those cuties up. Okay, so I think I like her here. And then let's see. I'm going to probably put her speech bubble. Oh, that's so cute around there. So I didn't pop her up. I think I'm just going to leave her just with some adhesive, whatever you like. You could pop her up though because she's so darling too. But here's my little tip. I've given this tip out in many workshops. Okay, so we put that foam on the back side and it's got that liner, and I know it drives you crazy when you're trying to release the liner. Take a nail, any little bit you got will help. Push it in the side of that foam and peel back that liner. It's one of my best tips I can give you guys, especially because I know how many times you can spend futzing with that. Okay, let's do a little quick cleanup. Flip the card over, trim those little extra edges off. Gone, gone. I don't know if yours will make that same sound like I do. Sound making is part of crafting, you know. So anyways, I've got some of the adorable Brutus Monroe sequins. Orange, purple, and green. Oh, guys, I love them. Purple's one of my colors. And we're gonna use a little Ultrabond adhesive. So let's see, let's put a little bit. I swear my fingers are getting weaker as I get older. I really do. I feel like I have less ability to squeeze things. Look at that. All right, and I'm gonna get my little picker over here. Let's do the green again. I think I like the green again for on the leaves. And I probably put a little too much glue, but guess what? You know what's lovely about that Ultrabond? It dries clear. So it's forgiving of me, and that I might be like too heavy. See, I had boot camp yesterday. I'm still shaking from boot camp too. That doesn't help. I had purple on my initial card, but I sure like that orange. Let's put some orange on there. Ooh, it looks like I might have two sequins. Ooh, now I gotta get one of those off. We'll get one off. Okay. I'm gonna pick that off if I can. I hate to do that. Oh, there we go, good job. Congratulating myself. And there is our spooky kids card using the new Brutus Monroe toner sheets, new Brutus Monroe foils, toner sheets, their brand new spooky kids stamps, our thermal web candy stripes, Kraft cardstock, card fronts, and also our flock. So let's talk some other ideas here real quick, everybody. So as I mentioned, of course you can step it up all you want. We didn't foil anything today because we wanted to show, like I said, if you don't have a laminator, that's no problem. This is one of the new Brutus Monroe sheets in this background, and I foiled it, inked the background, have that new silver ripples foil on that leaf. And then this is our Deco foil flock that I have stamped right on. And look at that, the color is so vibrant on that flock, doesn't diminish at all. And then there's this cutie patootie. Oh gosh, I love this. I love it, love it. So once again, that's one of our Kraft toner sheets. I think we call this one Chic Chevron. I foiled it with a beautiful green foil. Then some of our orange, this might be one of our Gina K foils on that leaf. And then that is some more of that foiling on that strip here, so you could see it. Look at this. Oh gosh. And then, are you ready? Are you ready? That background there, that is this stencil embossed over our flock. All you do is take that stencil with the flock, run it through a manual die machine, and you get that amazing embossed texture. It's one of the most brilliant things, and it gives new life and more life to all those stencils that you own. Isn't that just the best? Oh, and yay, that cute little yay, you know what that is? That is one of those adorable speech bubbles that I foiled. And look what I have for you. I foiled one. You ready? This is my phrase I came up with years ago. The peel and reveal. It is a wow, isn't it? So that speech bubble, what I'm probably gonna do is trim that out, and it's gonna go with that little cutie patootie. And then, love that. Last example. Sorry, I love Halloween. This is one of the new Brutus Monroe sets too. It's just the cutest. I'm sorry, I don't have the name of that one in my head. I know that it's on their website. Oh, so again, that's the Chic Chevron Kraft card front. That is our purple flock that I embossed with a spider web stencil. And that's just a punch that I've had. I know you guys all have punches. And then, you know, cut and inked out those little cutie patooties. So how fun is that? How fun. And last little idea. I'm still working on this card, but I wanted to share this before I let you go today. So this, oh goodness, this is an inked background. So like this, and yes, that's another new Brutus Monroe one. So I inked the background and then foiled the background. I have a feeling you can see there's hints of that foil shine underneath there. And then what I did is I went over the top with a spiderweb stencil and our Gina K Designs Glitz Glitter Gel. And that's gonna be the background for my next card that I'm working on using a Brutus Monroe stamp. It's the one with the candy bucket and all the candy coming out. I think you guys know which one I'm talking about. It's definitely a wow. And yay for joining today. I hope you enjoyed this mini class. I'm always happy to answer any questions about our products, how to use them with Brutus Monroe, any tips or tricks that you might need for how does this work with that. There's a lot of, I know, questions people ask, and I'm happy to assist with that. You can always reach out to me or leave a comment in this video, and I'll be happy to assist. So happy Halloween to all my other favorite Halloween lovers from the Queen of Halloween, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the Create Your Own Ending event with Brutus Monroe. Bye, everybody.